let's start this episode off with addressing something from last episode, yeah? Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm very glad you're going to do this, actually.
So last episode, I hate doing this. Don't have to do it, but I hate doing it. Explaining a joke, that is. Last episode, because people, if you don't know, I'm an Amazon Subscribe and Save user. So I have certain products that I have delivered to me periodically for a discount. I've been doing this for years. And it's just me living in this house, so I sometimes wind up with a storage of certain things, of certain products. Yeah, be it
soap.
Yeah, I get like shower gel and all the most boring shit you don't want to think about having to buy. That includes toilet paper. So before we recorded last episode, I was like, you know what? It'll be a funny little gag. I got all this toilet paper stored up. Let's just put it on the set, just for a little funny.
Little did we know.
Little did we know. I mean, it's pointless over-exaggerating. There were like 2 or 3 people who got annoyed about this.
Who brought the wrath of giants upon us.
What do you mean?
They struck. They struck us at the core.
They struck us down.
Yeah. They said, how dare thee of Jar Media purchase for a
I think
joke?
they thought we went out for a joke to get toilet paper just for the sake of a meme in a video.
But it's worth mentioning, literally moments into last episode, we did mention that we went to the shops and there was no toilet paper for us to even buy. We couldn't even have done the joke.
So yeah, that's part 1. And a few other people were annoyed that we said we're going to Amsterdam, even though, again, that one was recorded at an earlier point than when we were talking, and literally the next day that it went live, everything was cancelled, so you don't have to worry about that. Although we did have a few jarlings from Amsterdam, so they wanted to show us around.
They did.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
We will be rearranging that later down the line once this is all cleared and everything's stable.
Yeah. What's going to happen?
I think it's worth a bit of advice from the Jar Boys, but it's not advice. It's just you should stay inside. Don't go to all these places. Don't go on some spring breaks like they are in America. Don't. Just stay self-isolate, and you kind of got to let this blow over.
Yeah.
But Dash Ballwing.
But it's for the safety, so I think that's important.
What about when the zombies begin and the scary bits?
Well, then everyone will be alone. And nobody to bite.
It does make you realise, though, how important supermarkets are to our civilization. Because it's this cycle of people just buying things en masse and scaring everyone else into doing the same.
Not myself and my family haven't been mass buying until hardly. You've still got 1 pint of milk in the fridge, for example. Not that much toilet
Good luck
paper.
finding more.
But here's the thing. While supermarkets and big corp to that level are got no stock, drive down the country roads and there'll be people we've got fresh milk, fresh eggs from farmers.
Yeah, to be fair, we're in a pretty good part of the country for this kind of thing to go crazy. Don't envy those in the middle of cities.
Definitely don't.
Because I can't think of anything worse.
Because
you're so. It's always been the thing that's put me off cities, is just the density of people and how many people are in close proximity at all times.
It's going to be easier to spread viruses and stuff.
Yeah, let alone if you use a public transport constantly, buses and trains and things like that.
As far as I'm aware, most of those are already closed down for the most part.
I think it was recent that the tube in London is being closed.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they're shutting that all down.
Damn.
What are we to do?
It's kind of escalated quite severely recently. Last week it wasn't nearly as this bad. Everybody's locking down. Germany's now closing all its borders and it's been locked down. Portugal, you're basically forced inside your house at this point. Spain's the same. the military's just driving on the streets in Italy.
Apparently in Italy they have drones flying around
Really?
that go, stay inside and like go back to your home. Like
Fucking crazy.
we're living in some sort of dystopian sci-fi future right now.
So it's absolutely wild, but it's like funny to see how China is like back to normal now. China's gonna profit most of what's happening here now. Definitely. It's just
the
crazy.
thing. Jim and I, when we were in Tesco earlier, just watching the landslide occur, had a little laugh with this random lady. 'Cause it was like, just acknowledging the absurdity of it.
Yeah. Yeah, like all
That
the
it's even
beer is
happening.
gone, all the crisps are gone.
It's been gradual, because at first it was like, hand sanitizer, toilet paper. Now it's a beer, squash. They're starting to mass hoard the things they
Don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are bulk buying bread. The bread will go off in a week, dude.
You can freeze bread, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I didn't consider that.
Yeah,
That
but
is a
Bulk
fact.
buying squash to me is quite weird.
Yeah,
Like,
It's like,
what the fuck?
but there are people that genuinely don't drink water, and I think
I always
these are
forget
the
about
same
those.
people
Yeah.
that. I mean, they
Yeah, to
drink
them, they're
water
like, they
and
hear
drink
you,
squash.
you gotta bulk buy everything you need, and their
Yeah,
first thing is
yeah.
fucking squash.
Yeah,
It's like I think there's a big like difference between going to like big supermarkets and express like small ones. They're still one-packed. They're still full of stuff because everyone's going to supermarkets. So if you need anything, go to the odd shops and you actually find loads of stuff. Like I was going in there and the only thing they didn't have was eggs and fresh vegetables. That's
And
it.
Who eats fresh vegetables anyway?
Exactly.
That's true. The produce there was just nothing.
Yeah. Again, like fruit and stuff isn't gonna last weeks.
Yeah.
So I
There's
don't really
loads of,
know
like, dried
why.
stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
I
people were
don't know
ignoring
why
them.
you'd bulk buy fruit.
It's like, cheap noodle soup pots. That's what
But
you
yeah,
want.
I saw someone with a trolley full of eggs. This was like a week and a half ago. Like they were buying just so many eggs, but you can't freeze eggs, can you?
No, it fucks
No,
them up,
it-
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. You can't
again-
freeze a fucking egg. How are you going to eat that many eggs? How many eggs do you eat on a daily basis that
Yeah.
you need that many fucking eggs short
Yeah.
term?
They're all gonna end up getting ill from gone off eggs.
Well, they will be like, oh, I've got like 50 fucking packs of eggs. What am I going to do with these? Just kick them into the garden, probably create some new super virus.
Yeah.
And it's like the way people see horror movies or zombie movies where people mass buy, they're just doing that. And they don't realise that
I was thinking about that. Like, it's, people don't know how to act, but they do know how to act based on things they've seen in movies. What do they do in movies? They go and bulk buy things.
Yeah.
things they don't need.
Because we just scare each other. We form like
Yeah,
a little
we're-
environment, and then we kind of just coast off how we're doing in that environment.
We're
And if
very
everyone's a bit
much-
on edge.
Yeah, we're influenced by our neighbours, whether that's literal or rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Like, if everyone on your street is buying loads of something,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably going to think, oh, I'm going to
Well, say everyone in your street started boarding up windows.
Yeah.
You'd be a bit like, huh.
Well, everyone else has done it, so
Yeah.
there's got to be a reason.
That's
for it.
true. Have people started bulk buying shit like that yet? Like from
Like
B&Q and
Yeah.
these housing, like DIY places.
Weapons making like.
Yeah, like all
Bats,
all
nails.
all the shovels are gone, all the like gardening tools and shit.
Like
That's a good question. I haven't thought about that.
dog food. People are mass buying
Yeah,
dog food
we
as
noticed
well.
Yeah,
that in
yeah.
Tesco.
Yeah,
Dog
so
food's
people they're gonna wind up with these dogs that are gonna starve because of it.
No, animal shelters are already getting massive influx of dogs being abandoned, basically, because people are just like dropping the dog off,
Well,
Don't
they just
need it.
freaked out about
Yeah.
a virus.
and then
But that shows like that it is just going beyond rational thought.
yeah.
If you're going to that degree where you're like, man, it's so bad out there, I can't look after my dog anymore.
I've heard a
What the fuck are
story
you talking about?
the family, their son had COVID and he had special needs, and they basically wanted him to stay in school because they didn't want him at home. Like people abandoning
Jesus.
kids. Like this is how extreme it's gone. Like nobody has any intelligence at this point. It's just pure hysteria. And we are the voice of reason here.
Yeah, we know exactly everything.
Well, because when you think about what it actually is, you know, It's not like something where if it gets in contact with you, you just instantly die.
Yeah.
It's not like fucking Bird Box where there's just this fucking thing going on that we can't control. It's just people are just dropping like flies left and right.
You have to consider like the actual overcome to actual fatalities. Like there's a big difference, and there's a reason why those people like would pass from it, and that would be like old or weak immune systems or health issues. Like pretty much all of the people are passing it fine and recovering, and people are just like, oh man, no, I need to lock myself in my house with all the bread and eggs.
Well, the concern is spreading it to people who are vulnerable. That's why these lockdowns have to happen. You've got to isolate it and stop it from spreading,
which China have done, and they're coming out the other end of it now. And we're only now playing catch up when it's far too late.
Yeah, it seems like Europe's the worst place at the moment for this.
Yeah.
By far.
Oh, well, we'll see.
We will see. Just be safe, darlings. Stay inside and stay healthy.
And drink all your beer.
Yeah.